Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host and award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker and author of the Make Every Second Count, a 1,500-hour journal. Now, tonight is going to be pretty darn awesome, I have to say, and I thank you guys so much for joining me every week. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, because we're here for you. We're here to solve your problems, help you get through whatever you were dealing with. Look, I was involved in a car accident when I was 17. I spent 2.5 months in a coma and 3.5 in the hospital. And that has taught me a lot of things about how to deal with things in life. So I try each and every week to bring on a different guest to help you guys out in this thing called life. So tonight I would like to introduce you to my guest, Sean Douglas. What's up, Sean?
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing phenomenal. I can't complain. So if you would like to go ahead and tell everybody who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do. Oh, yeah. Also, tell them the city you're from.
But yeah, man. Currently, I'm living in Goldsboro, North Carolina, but I'm from Detroit, Michigan. And who I am, what I do. So I am a Air Force veteran getting ready to retire after 20 years of service.
Thank you for
heading out the door.
Thank
you. And tomorrow's Veterans Day. So thank you to all the veterans who have served and who are currently serving. And not only am I an Air Force veteran, but I'm also a master resilience trainer and a suicide awareness trainer with the military. And
that's awesome.
Outside of the military, I've built 4 businesses while serving on active duty military orders. And I work with entrepreneurs, speakers, and business owners to improve their positioning in the marketplace. And doing that will increase their profitability and decrease their anxiety and stress so that their business thrives. I have a international radio show called Life Transformation Radio. I'm an international best-selling author. And I basically just position businesses, man. We create podcasts. We create, launch, and monetize podcasts, books, speakers, speaker reels, coaching programs, products, and services. You know, if you want to be an entrepreneur and be positioned perfectly in the marketplace, that's what people come to us for.
Wow. You sound like you got it all going and you got it all together. So that's pretty darn awesome, I have to say. And Nicole here says, thank you for your service. Happy Veterans Day. She's a Navy vet herself.
Oh, nice.
So I just want to also reiterate that from my point of view. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. Hope you have a great day. And thank you so much for your service. But we would like to jump in on the show now. And while I am getting you going here, I'm going to be trying to share this out, getting other people on this episode. And I ask you guys if you would please share this video out, invite other people to watch this video, because we're here to help you guys. And I just want that to be the thing, that we're here to help you guys. And I hope you remember that, because I am always here for each and every one of you. And I know personally that Sean is as well, because I was already on his show a couple weeks ago. So that's pretty awesome. But so, Sean, we talk about things that we have gone through or are going through in life, and things that we have overcome or yet to overcome. So, is there anything that rings a bell inside your head when I say those words?
Yeah, there's a lot that I've had to overcome in life. You know, joining the military isn't easy. Coming from the background that I've had isn't easy. There's a culture shock when you join the military. The military has a distinct culture, and if you're not ready for it, you can get swallowed up. You know, so there's a lot of people that do 4 years, like, oh, I can't do this. Like 4 years and out, 6 years and out. You know, I've made a career of it because, you know, I felt at home. Coming from a broken home, a broken background, you know, abused as a child, that's not fun, right? So I've got kids, and I couldn't even imagine hurting them, abusing them, or anything that I've personally gone through. So I've had to overcome that, but I wasn't the type of person to deal with feelings and deal with hard stuff. You know, we all have a fight or flight response in our body, and mine was to just pack it down and not talk about it and move on. That was it. Yeah. Something hard happens, they're like, how'd that make you feel? I'm like, I don't know. And I wouldn't deal with it. I would just pretend like it didn't happen, and I would just move on. And then once it builds up, then it spills over. So got a lot of fights in high school, barely passed high school, didn't have any plans to go to college, really wasn't doing anything in life. And then 9/11 happened. And when 9/11 happened, I was working at Discount Tire as a warehouse manager in Port Huron, Michigan. And I quit that day. And the next day I went and joined the Air Force. It was like, this is my dare to be great moment. Like, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. You know, I had no direction in life. My dad wasn't there. He had his own family to worry about. Him and my mom divorced when I was in kindergarten or first grade. He went and had more kids with somebody, got remarried, and pretty much, you know, hung out with that family. So and I just grew up without a dad. My mom would get with these guys, and the one that was my stepfather, he physically, mentally, emotionally abused everybody in the house and beat on us, and it was really bad. And so joining the military, there was a lot of things that I didn't deal with. And when I didn't deal with them, they kind of spilled over. So I got into messing with alcohol and partying. And I was overseas. My first duty station was in England, drinking ages 18. So here I am at 19 years old, going to England, and within a year, I'm being deployed. Got there in September of 2002 and deployed to Iraq in July of 2003. It was like June-ish. It was right before July 4th, right before July 4th. So, you know, the war kicks off in March, and then we're tasked to go, right? So it was right around June that we got tasked to go. And then we were there from June to December. We left just before Christmas. So at the time, we didn't really do like 18-month rotations, 1-year rotations. It was like 6 to 8 months. You're pretty much there, 6 to 8 months. They would rotate guys out pretty fast. Now, I mean, you could be there a year and a half. Who knows how long you're there? But so yeah, man, we went there and it was in the Middle East, you know, in 2003, within a year of getting to England. And that kind of messed me up. I wasn't ready for that, but you know, you press on, right? Got into more alcohol, and then showed up to work drunk, and then had to go to these alcohol classes and get counseling and everything else. And then I got married, and my house burned down, and then started keep doing the same thing that I was doing. And then we got divorced. So we got married in 2007. So my house burns down in March of 2007. And then we got married in July of 2007. Cause I mean, that's what you do when your house burns down and your life sucks. You get married. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah. That solves everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, but I'd already built, like, I had a full-fledged entertainment company, man. And we were doing, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars, you know, every month, you know, building this business. And it took me away, you know, I mean, we'd go to all over. I was in Utah when we got married in 2007. So I went from England to Idaho to Utah, and I had clients in Idaho, all over Utah, in Nevada, Wyoming. So I mean, we were doing all kinds of work, and you know, it takes a toll on you. And man, I'm gone probably 40, 46, 47 weeks out of the year, you know, weekends. Because I'm military Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm gone. I'm off to do my, you know, off duty work, you know, my business stuff, you know, 46, you know, weeks out of the year. So So I'm doing that, and she's like, "Look, I gotta go. Like, I can't do this anymore." And I'm drinking, I'm partying, living the rock star lifestyle. She hated it, so she left. And then in December of 2008, she's like, "I'm done. I'm out of here," and she left. And that's when I finally had enough, and I put a gun in my mouth, and I tried to kill myself. So I'm sitting there with a bottle of Jack Daniels in one hand and a loaded 9mm in the other, and I contemplated my death. I'm like, "This is it. I'm done." Like, I got bought out of my business. I got kicked out of the company because I was racking up debt and trying to, make it my own personal dating program. My wife's gone. It was bad. It was, the egotistical, maniac that, rock stars sometimes are. Right. So, but people saved me and they stopped me, and people from my unit came over to the house and found me because I hadn't checked in a couple of days. And so all through the next 3 weeks, man, I had to stay at my supervisor's house, and he took away all my weapons. I had to get counseling again and go through all the rigmarole and all that. But what changed was I found a purpose. So I was talking to chaplains, which I was literally, like, I was born and raised Roman Catholic, born and raised hardcore, like church on Wednesdays, church on Saturdays, church on Sundays, like dress slacks, church slacks. Oh yeah, man, we rock it. And I got away from that in the military, but talking to chaplains, I was like, it's all God's fault. It's God's fault that I'm like this. It's God's fault that he's treating me this way, And so we had a real good conversation with the chaplain. He turned me on to some books, and started kind of like searching for myself. And then they were like, "Hey man, you overcame some things. Like, you got a powerful testimony. You should go be a drill instructor for basic training and get the kids early." I'm like, "We want me to go destroy lives in basic training and just scream at people?" They're like, "Oh, I think it'd be great for you." I was like, what? Well, it was. So I went down there to basic training in July of 2009 after being sober. All of 2009, I was sober, and I got great clarity, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I learned how to coach and teach and train and mentor. And there were kids that were coming in with same problems as me, same problems. And I'm like, dude, that was me. Like, I've already lived through what you've lived through. I've already done it. I've been there. And one of the stories that we tell is that a soldier's walking by contemplating his life. He's just walking along the road, and he falls into a hole. A senior leader walks by and goes, "Hey man, how'd you get in there?" He's like, "I don't know how I got in there. I need to get out. Help me." He's like, "You got this, man. You can get out. Dig deep, man. You got this." So he digs deeper, but he ends up digging himself a deeper hole. Senior leader walks away. A psychiatrist and a therapist are walking by, hears his screams for help, and comes running over. And they say, "How'd you get in there?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, let's talk about it." An hour goes by, and they go, oh, that's our time. That's our time. We got to go. We'll see you here next week. And leaves him in the hole. Another soldier is walking by and hears his screams for help and looks down. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" He's like, "I don't know how I got down here." And he jumps into the hole with that other soldier. Wow. Jumps into the hole with the soldier, and the first soldier's like, "Whoa, what are you doing, man? Like, you're in this hole now, and I can't even get out. Like now we're both stuck down here." He's like, No. I've already been in this hole. I know how to get out," and gets him out. The people around you are the ones that can get you out.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much for that story, because that paints such a great picture. And one common theme I've noticed on this show about all my guests, they all preach, well, most of them preach about having a strong circle of influence, having a great circle around you, because those people can help you out so much. So I have to ask this, since this is a solution-oriented program, how can someone develop their circle and make that a more cohesive group to help them grow and get out of that hole, as you say?
Yeah, I think that when you get into the hole, everybody's hole's different. Everybody's hole's different.
Yeah.
For me to say, oh, that's nothing. Listen to what I've been through. Just it takes away from what someone's feeling and makes them feel even worse. Makes them feel smaller.
Yeah, but I'd like to show people how they can deal with something they're going through. And I think the circle would be a great thing to help somebody, teach them how to develop, mentor them through that developmental phase, and help them, as you say, get out of that hole.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I think that's great. I mean, I preach something called the board of directors, and the board of directors is where you put 2 people on your board of directors in the 5 most common areas of life. And the 5 most common areas of life are your wealth or finances, health, your personal relationships, your professional relationships, or your professional development in your career or entrepreneur, or whatever you want. And then your spirituality, which has nothing to do with religion. Spirituality is just your set of beliefs, principles, and values that you hold in your heart. That's what spirituality is. Spirituality has nothing to do with religion.
All right.
It has everything to do with how you live your life and how spiritual you are, one with the universe, one with yourself, one with the earth, and if God is a part of that spirituality, then God's a part of that spirituality. If he's not, he's not. Some people aren't. I know highly spiritual people who meditate and who are very holistic in their teachings and everything, and they not one time, not ever mention religion. And they're very, very spiritual, one with themselves. So if you put 2 people on your board of directors that you can go to inside of those 5 areas of life, and I promise you, when one of those areas fail, you have someone to go to, a mentor or a coach that you can go to, someone who is your wingman. In the Air Force, we have wingmen. We never go anywhere without our wingman. Same thing in the Navy pilots. Navy pilots have wingmen. You don't go anywhere without your wingman. So I tell people, put 2 to 3 people on your board of directors in those areas, and don't put somebody on your board of directors who's just going to agree with everything you say, especially in your personal relationship area. Because you know the people you call, oh, look what he did or look what she did. And they're like, I know, right? Oh, you got to get rid of that. Like, you got to have unbiased people in your board of directors. And that board of directors is what's going to help you navigate through the trials and tribulations in life.
That is awesome, and I find that to be an amazing thing that you're talking about, a board of directors. And I am putting that in the comments right now, and it takes my attention away for a minute.
All good, man. You're all good.
All right, well,
yeah, the board of directors is huge, man. I mean, think about it. If you have a spiritual crisis, who are you gonna go to? You can't just figure it out on your own, right? Who are you going to go to? Right. So it's important that if you're having money problems, like, who do you go to? Do you have a financial advisor? Do you have a CPA? Do you have somebody that you can go to talk about your budgets? If you have a relationship crisis, if you have a marriage problem, if you have a relationship problem, relationships could be anything. It could be a relationship with your family. And gosh, coming in November, December, do we ever hope that the holidays pass by super fast? Because you got Thanksgiving dinners, you've got Jewish holidays coming up, you've got Christmas dinner coming up, Christmas Eve and Christmas. There's 2 dinners. Some people celebrate Christmas Eve with one family and Christmas Day with another family, like my family always did. So, Thanksgiving, if you're divorced, you have to go to 2 families, right? So family dinners can be tough, especially if you have a really tough family. And having a board of directors right now in this time is just absolutely, you have to.
Now, how exactly can you find somebody that's not going to always agree with you, somebody that's not a yes man, and they're going to tell you that, hey, you're in the wrong, you need to do this, this, and this to accomplish this?
That's a great question. And the people closest to you, you should know who your friends are. My spirituality board of directors, I have my pastor. I can text him or call him or, email him or whatever I need. I just get a hold of him. On my relationship board, I'm not going to have someone on my relationship board who has multiple divorces. It's like that wouldn't make any sense. Why would I have somebody who has multiple divorces and then ask them for marriage advice? That's like asking a broke person how to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, right? So on your wealth board, you should have somebody who's either a millionaire or has a very, very secure and stable lifestyle that is building wealth for themselves. The point of your board of directors is to find somebody who's better than you, because we always hear about you are the average of the 5 friends that you hang around the most. And it's a very, very famous quote. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around the most. So if you hang around broke people, more than likely, you're probably going to be a little bit broke or just above broke. So go out and hang out with millionaires. Be that 5th person that sucks. So you want to find people that are doing better than you. And what's funny that I found out is that you look at your neighbor and they're like, man, they have an amazing wife or amazing husband. Their kids are well behaved. Oh my gosh, their dog and their house and their cars and their jobs. And come to find out, they argue every night. Or they sleep in separate bedrooms. Or they look the part and they go to parties and they smile, but they don't actually care about each other. They're just doing it to keep up, looks, right? Trying to keep up the facade of everything. And most people do that. Hurt people do that. They'll smile, like, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. And they just keep on doing that, but they don't actually attack what's going on. And that's part of the problem too.
Yeah. Now, I would like to take a second here and say hi to a few people that came in and joined us. So I want to say hi to my dad, to Brittany, who's watching from Guyana. So this is an international show.
Right on.
And then I also want to say hi to Sam Stokes. And he said, "United we stand." So I'm guessing he means,
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Please, we want to have a conversation. We don't want to make a presentation. So please ask as many questions as you want. Tell us what kind of takeaways you get from this. Tell us how this show has added value to your life. Please hit that like and share button. And don't forget to add this to as many groups as you can out there. Just post it in the ones you like, the ones you don't like. It doesn't matter. I just want people to watch us because I know we have value to add. So I also want to say to you guys that if you're struggling to make every second count, and make every second count is my motto in case you didn't figure it out, but if you're struggling to figure out how to make every second count, this book will actually help you do that. Now, this book is called Make Every Second Count, a 1,500-hour journal. And it is available on Amazon.com. But it is also available, which includes the first 7 days of that journal, for absolutely free. All you have to do is go to my website at www.jeffmarconettejr.com/journal. And you can check those first 7 days out, and that will teach you one of the steps to make every second count. Now, I would also like to say hi to Casey Metcalf, who is watching us from Troy, Ohio. So, hi, Casey. Hope you're having a great night. Now, Sean, do you happen to have any suggestions for any other suggestions for people besides the board of directors that are going through something, that are dealing with the adversities of life? Because we know that there are adversities, and if you don't have one yet, just wait. It's coming, I promise you. And
Right.
we want to be able to help those people. So I'm looking for more advice that I know you are full of.
Sure.
So I would appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the number one way to combat adversity and overcome adversity is gratitude. Gratitude is the number one way because gratitude has been scientifically linked to lowering your stress, anxiety, and depression. Clinically, scientifically proven that if you have a grateful mindset, that you lower the risk of anxiety, stress, and depression taking over your life. It is impossible for you to love and hate at the same time. It can't happen. Hate and love cannot occupy the same space. Worry and happiness cannot occupy the same space. You're either one or the other. A negative and a positive emotion cannot occupy the same space, right?
Yeah.
So I'd love for you to put into the comments, into the chat, one thing that you would need advice on, one adversity, one trial, one thing that you're dealing with right now that is weighing on your mind. I would love to hear something that is weighing on your mind, and what I could do, or what, what advice I can give to solve that problem. I want to solve somebody's problem tonight. But gratitude is the number one way. And how you do that is you just count your blessings 3 times a day. You could do this in the morning, afternoon, and at night. You can do it all at night. I usually run 66-day challenges every year. And you can either do it by video, you can post on social media, you can have a gratitude journal. I always tell people a gratitude journal. So you can actually get that the 1,500-hour journal, and then you can just write in your gratitude stuff in there. I'm sure there's a page in there somewhere where you can just jot some notes.
Yes.
Write gratitude in there. Something I'm grateful for today.
Can I tell you one thing that's kind of funny?
Yeah.
The first 7 days in the book are actually over gratitude.
Good. Good. It's the number one. It's the
Yes.
number one way that you become less stressed, less anxious, and less depressed. Because when you're grateful for something, you start to feel happy. Happiness is derived from gratitude. And so count 3 blessings a day. The reason I chose 66 days is because it takes 66 days to form a new habit. Ultimately, it takes 66 days, 14 to 21 days to set that habit in motion, but 66 days, it becomes a part of you. So become grateful. Absolutely become grateful. And so Nicole says anxiety and bills. So for anxiety, count blessings every single day. Every single day, 3 times a day, count your blessings. Say, today I'm grateful for waking up, and then later, and then tell somebody how you're grateful. Tell somebody that you're grateful. Hey, I'm grateful for you. Every 7th day of the month, I contact 7 people to tell them how grateful I am for them.
Wow.
Every 7 days, I contact somebody and say how grateful I am for them. Casey said money and time. So for time, you want to not have time management. You want to have energy management. If you want to get more time in a day, here's what you do. Plot out your energy at 8 a.m., noon, 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. When you do that, you'll see where on the energy spectrum on a scale of 1 to 10, where you are at your peak energy. Then schedule your tasks according to your energy. Most people want to get the hard stuff done in the morning, but if you're not a morning person, then you don't have the energy to complete those tasks. So it's wrong. So plot out your energy between 8 o'clock, noon, 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. on a scale of 1 to 10. Where's your energy level? And then schedule your tasks according to your energy. Schedule really hard tasks when you're peaking for energy. Mine is between 4 and 8 p.m. I'm peaking. I'm excited. It's it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time right now, and I'm just at my peak physical energy level. At 6 a.m., 8 a.m., I'm dragging. I am not a morning person. I do not like waking up at 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning. It's been hard for me my whole military career. I hate it. I would love to wake up at noon and go to work. It's not that I have a problem waking up. It's just I'm not a morning person. Something about the morning. I've been on mid shift. I've been on afternoons. I'll wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to go to work at 8 o'clock at night. And I'm up like 2 p.m. like time to get up, and I'm up. I'm awake. So make sure that you're scheduling your energy, not your time. And in order to get more money or more bills, that's easy. You got to pay bills. And so don't get credit, balance your checkbook, just like you would balance your life. And then if you want to make more money, get a side hustle, do something you absolutely love to do that you can make money for that. And then answer the question, who pays for that? Any business I've ever started with somebody or clients that I'm coaching, my number one coaching hack is who pays for that? Oh, I want to have an underwater basket weaving school. Who pays for that? Who's going to pay for that? If you want to get a sponsor for this show, who pays for that? Answering that simple question unlocks money, and then having an abundant mindset as well. But if the VP of advertising of a company is the gatekeeper, that's who pays for that. If you want to get booked to speak, who pays for that? Does the association director pay for that? Does the executive president pay for that? Who pays for that? Does the principal of a high school pay for you to come speak? You want to sell books. Who pays for that? Readers. What kind of readers? So it's like you're building that target avatar, that target market based on the question, who pays for that? And when you answer that question, that's how you're going to unlock more money in your life and having an abundant mindset.
That is great advice. So is there some contact information that you would like to give to people out there?
Yep.
That they might have an issue that you can solve that I can't?
Absolutely. You can email me at Sean, SEAN, at The Success Core, CORPS, thesuccesscore.com. You go to my website, thesuccesscore.com. I also have an affirmation and empowerment clothing line that you can contact me at LYB Clothing Inc.com. Check us out there. I'm all over social media. Come check out our show. Come check out Jeff and Jeff's episode of Life Transformation Radio. It was done just a couple weeks ago. It was an excellent episode. He dives right into his story. It was really, really good. So go check out Life Transformation Radio. I'd love for you to subscribe to that show. And we bring amazing guests Tuesday through Friday. My show is a live online radio show done Tuesday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on Blog Talk Radio Network.
Man, that's a lot of shows.
Over 400 episodes in 3 years.
That's crazy, man. It's so crazy. So I just want to tell you thank you for taking the energy out of your night to be here with me, myself, and my guests. And I know that you helped somebody tonight. And I would like to say thank you to Sam Stokes, who said he shared this in several groups and on several pages. So thank you for that, Sam. Now, I just definitely want to say thank you so much, Sean. I don't know, you gave me the opportunity to be on your show, and I had to return the favor because I know that you're a powerful guy. So thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And keep doing what you're doing, man. You're going to solve someone's problems. You're going to be their light in their darkness. So remember that all of us can be someone's light in someone's darkness.
That's wow, man. I don't even know what to say about that because that's amazing. So I just want to remind you guys and Sean that you have to remember to make every second count for me. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. So do me that favor. We'll see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, remember, I'm Jeff Marconette Jr., the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, telling you to make every second